almost every project needs a way to save data. AOZ Studio already provides several ways of storing your data, but now we are introducing a brand new and easy-to-use instruction set for database programming. We believe that AOZ Studio should provide a simple but powerful solutions, and that philosophy extends to creation and management of databases. So no more database setup, hosting, configuration, etc. Yes! AOZ Studio allows you to store data in form of structured database and can be hosted on the AOZ Cloud service or any other host. With it, you neither need to be an expert in database or SQL language, nor need to manage data structure. But you'll still have access to all rights and management and even ability to program in SQL language. Let's start with something very basic. Here I have two instructions, dbWrite and dbRead. Configuration and table will be automatically created by AOZ. At line 1 I have variables. At line 4 I save them in my default database. Here at line 7 I erase the score. And at line 10 I read the name and score from database. Let's now compile it and run it in a browser. The app is private, so by default AOZ will ask for permission. And it saves and loads. Good job! Let's move to the next example. I'd like to show you a very simple address book app written with a brand new AOZ database instruction set. First, I will explain how our app works, and then we will dive deep into its code. Here I have a search bar which searches through database records of names and phone numbers. I also have necessary buttons: cancel, save, delete. Clicking search will display a list of all database entries. When I press edit, I can modify selected entry. And save it. Let's search for something. Let's find Bob. Here it is. Whole AOZ code of this app is only 100 lines long. So let's have a look at it. This is the main loop displaying the list. Here's the code for the UI. It was created automatically with UI Designer, one of many tools included in AOZ Studio. And these are instructions that allow for interaction with the UI. But most important to us are those instructions for accessing database. For example, if we want new button to do something on click, we first have to create new record in the database with dbNew instruction. Then we display the form. For storing a record, we use dbWrite instruction. This code here takes name and phone number variables and stores them in the database. It works for both new and modified records. The dbDelete record will delete currently selected record. With the search, we can display all stored records or search for a specific value in the database table. There's a lot of search options available and are fully compatible with SQL syntax. Next, we have while-when loop with dbPointer and dbNext at the end to navigate through search results. Then we retrieve dbPointer, which is a registration identifier that we want to modify. dbRead allows to read and later store databases name and phone number values. By pressing Edit button, we point to records ID that we keep in memory. And we read the values and display them by copying them into forms fields. It's really incredible what we have achieved with only so little instructions. Nothing else is needed. No initialization, connections with the database, no necessity of programming tables, because all of it is taken care of by AOZ Studio. All it needs for you is to log in at the launch of the application, and from that point on you have full access to your database from anywhere. You can either use automatic hosting provided by AOZ Studio or host it yourself with any provider. And the SQL solution will be available in V1 version of AOZ Studio. Imagine the possibilities.